How much money do you make?
Around 200K a month profit right now.
Profit?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so $2.4 million a year in profit.
Yep.
Okay, what do you do?
I have a free course.
A free course? Okay, how do you make money from a free course?
Just affiliate links.
What type of affiliate links?
So it's a dropshipping course. To have a successful dropshipping store, there's a ton of softwares you're going to genuinely need to get your business running properly. And we have so many eyeballs from the free course, so we can send a ton of traffic to all these softwares and all these things that you actually need. So it allows me to teach for free and people to get the things that they need anyway, and I still get paid for it.
Okay, so you have a dropshipping course that's completely free. I've seen the YouTube video.
It's
the
long.
YouTube video has like 2 million views at this point almost, right?
Yeah, 1.6 in 2 months.
And it's like 18 hours long or something.
Yeah, 18 and a half.
So you've made basically $2 million off of like 18-hour free course just because of a Shopify affiliate link, essentially.
Pretty much.
That's crazy. Obviously, you have other affiliate links in there.
Yeah,
but
there's tons.
Shopify is the main driver.
Yeah.
So I know
Shopify's
a lot
big.
of people that have been doing this where they have a Shopify affiliate link. Are you allowed to share the terms of that link at all? Like the payout?
I honestly don't know the full details, but I mean, anyone can technically sign up for it. So I'd assume it's pretty safe to talk about.
Basically, if you are a Shopify affiliate, they pay you a flat fee for
a sign up.
Anyone who signs up.
Yeah.
Okay. And so they basically have a free trial, and if they convert to a paid person, you get paid a flat fee.
And the way they structure it, because they're pretty smart, they give you, it's $1 each month for 3 months. So someone has to go through all 3 months, and at the end, if they sign up and pay, then you get paid a $150 commission each person that signed up and kept it, but they have to keep it for 3 months. So it's like a lot's going to fall through, but if you're having a free course with a ton of numbers, it definitely adds up.
Okay, so why would you do this instead? So basically, you just made a free dropshipping course, and then if you want to learn dropshipping, you have to use Shopify.
You have
and
to,
so
yeah.
the strategy here is I'm going to give people all this value, teach them exactly how to do it, deliver them results, so hopefully they'll go through those 3 months, and on the 4th month pay, so then you can pay the bills.
It's basically an asset that ensures they'll keep it 3 months.
Yeah.
Especially where we have a community group where we help them. There's a free section in there. And then we have a paid section where it's like super hands-on, tons of help. So that helps ensure the affiliate income as well. So pretty good setup.
Okay, so I want to go really deep here on this. So one, why aren't you just also charging for the course?
Because then it cuts down the numbers of how many signups you get. Even if it's like $10, like a lot of people will just be like, it's $10, it's probably awful. But at least with it being free and 18 hours and on YouTube, you can see that it's legit.
Yeah.
You can scroll through. There's not a second that's like blacked out where there's nothing happening. It's a full 18 hours of straight content. So it's a big credibility builder for me as well to get like my personal brand going, get people knowing who I am. So there's a ton of different benefits for it. And I basically sat down and kind of calculated, because it's an amazing course. It took me a year to build. It was insane. Everything's scripted. It was an intense process. It's probably the hardest thing I've ever done. And I kind of sat down. I was like, okay, I could genuinely probably sell this with a community group where I'm in there doing live streams, helping people for potentially $3,000 to $5,000.
Yeah.
There's people that have gone through the free course and paid for a $5,000 course and genuinely said that mine was more impactful. So I looked at those numbers. I was like, okay, maybe we can get a couple hundred people in on that. But what do we have to do? What type of teams do we have to build? Salespeople, commissions, and all these things to set up a structure like that. Or I can just give it out for free, utilize all these affiliate links, and get the personal brand out there. I was like, that's a huge win-win. You're basically like the nicest guy on planet Earth for giving this out. It just seemed like a great win-win. And it was kind of a shot in the dark. And I'll be honest, I got a little low on money through building it. We had team costs around like $20K a month.
Oh my God.
And for everything. And I wasn't making any money because I couldn't sit and focus on drop shipping and e-commerce stores because I had to build this insane course. So there was a time where money was getting a little bit low. It was kind of a shot in the dark, but it worked out perfectly.
That's crazy, dude.
So
you spent a whole year making a course, and since you're spending all this time making a course, which is a lot of work.
Income coming in.
I feel like people think that making a course is like some easy thing you can just do.
Because we designed our own platform too. Like we did throw it up on YouTube, but there is jordanslibrary.com it's our own platform we've developed. That's what kind of took the most, especially because it was my first time developing something. So horrible hires, insane costs, back and forth, awful.
So, and you took a bet because you're going to release it for free. Bet. You make short form content. You're like the short form king. So if you guys don't know, Jordan like blew up on multiple short form accounts, sending people to a free course. And then in that free course, once they sign up for the free course, they take the course, they get results, they sign up through Shopify through his link. Are you making them use your link? Is there like a mechanic?
No, it's all just goodwill. It's like, hey, I sat down and made this for you. If you appreciate that, please use the links.
So you're very
basically it.
Like you very clearly say this is an affiliate link. I spent 100%. All this time making this. If
that's
you
the
do one
only
thing
way I'll make money.
That's like your one ask, and you just
100%.
say that way, and people respond pretty well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I worked my ass off building that, so it's like people's responded very well. Like I think basically any affiliate we're working with, we're basically the top affiliate for their whole company.
Damn.
Just because the YouTube went crazy, a lot of things just popped off, but it was that shot in the dark, and things just worked out. Like super blessed with the outcomes, but it's been pretty good.
Yes. Yeah, hell yeah, it has. Okay, so the free course, and then there's a community backend. Where's that community hosted?
Just through WAP and Discord.
Discord. Okay.
Yeah, so WAP just kind of helps you financially take care of it, but all Discord.
Shout out to WAP. Love WAP.
Shout outs.
Okay.
Shout out to WAP.
So then do you have anything on the back end, like a high ticket offer or anything?
No. Nothing.
Like you have a paid community though? Is it paid?
Yeah, paid. It's $100 a month.
Oh, is there a free version of the community for
There's
just
a free version, but it's kind of like a hub where you can get assets and resources and links and some things to get like a little bit of direct help that's more like community based. Like, hey, this is a group of dropshippers, like come just kick it with other people that are in the same space as you. And then the free one's very hands-on with support tickets, help, live streams. The paid one? The paid one, yes, sorry.
So the paid one has what?
Live streams from me. We have scheduled calls basically every other day where we'll bring in specialists in Facebook ads or emails or stuff like that. And they come on, get a ton of help there. We have support tickets and a full team of like student success managers that will come in, make sure everyone's good. So there's like accountability, motivation, all that stuff. And there's been some pretty big players that have gotten results from the community or from the free course. So they're in there as well to like help guide people and stuff.
So free courses are great lead magnets. So are you using any other type of lead magnets, or is it all just you make a short form video, every call to action is to a free course. Once they're in that free course, they get the support they need, pointed in the right direction. And then if they're serious and they want more specific answers, they join the $100 a month Discord group.
And throughout the entire 18-hour course, I'm saying, if you need help, I'm in the community group to come help you. My team's in the community group to come help you. So we're constantly selling that, like
the paid one.
Not selling, but bringing awareness to it. Yeah, the paid one.
At the end of the day, all marketing is letting people know that your product.
I'm here if you
awareness.
Need it. Yeah, right.
They're aware that your product exists.
Yep.
So you had that intentionally lined up when you're making the free course. Okay, so the free course is like, all right, I think I can make more money on a Shopify affiliate link than selling this course for $3,000.
Yes.
And I think it's better for my personal brand from
100%.
Goodwill. So I'm going to release a free course, get people to sign up, but inside of that free course, just to make sure we can continue increasing the LTV of a customer, we're going to have a $100 a month community that I will layer in and just consistently call to action in the actual free course. So that's the funnel.
Perfectly.
Explain your approach to short form.
It's the thing I will say before we get into it is content has to be individually built for you. I can't just say, go make this and it works.
Right.
Because every video has a frequency within it that people are going to resonate with or not. And if you're not coming from authenticity, which is the highest frequency in the world, nobody cares. Your video sucks because you're the Lamborghini rented kid that's selling a dropshipping course. And you're like, you're just full of shit. Like it's just so easy to see from a mile away. So you have to first understand what's working now and understand how you fit in there. That's the key element. So you have to kind of develop an eye for what you need to do and then understand the execution. And that's the hard part. And it's just going to take time. You're going to have to make content that sucks. You're going to have to make content that you might not resonate with. You want to try it, see if there's a fit. You're going to be basically throwing noodles at the wall and seeing what sticks. And it's not a fun process. It's really not. But once you nail that in, then you're going to know, okay, how do I build a system around this? How do I hire people and build a structure so we can mass distribute this content? So for example, with this podcast, we can clip it up 1 trillion times, post it on 70 different Instagram accounts, 70 different TikTok accounts, and just let the content fly. Let the content speak for itself, be a genuine person, and kind of frame it the best you possibly can with understanding algorithms and stuff. But it's really a science that you have to learn. There's not just like, oh, do this. There is with the team building, but with the content itself, you have to figure it out. You have to do the reps yourself.
It's subjective.
Super subjective.
I have a business partner and he's a software developer. I watch his work. Sometimes I get jealous because it's like so objective. I just need to code this. I need to make this amount of tasks, this amount of hours, and it's done.
0, 1, yes,
and then I'm like sitting there for 4 hours just with my eyes closed, like, what video am I making today? And then
it's hard.
Yeah, so it's creativity. And
it's really hard.
That is half of business, and content is everything.
I'd almost say even more than half.
For sure.
Because it's like everything is that floating business with
just
no
to get
doors.
attention. How are you going to get attention?
Hard.
And how is it going to resonate based on your personal skill set?
Yeah.
So, But at the same time, compared to when you started dropshipping with it was the Facebook ad era.
Yep.
How much better is it now with TikTok and Instagram Reels? Like
everyone's like,
oh,
if you got into dropshipping in 2016, that was the best. It might be the best it's ever been right now.
Because of the attention side.
Dude, it's so easy.
Dropshipping was good in 2016 because you were like the first one to be able to find any product. And if you were the first one to sell like a barbecue item, you just print it.
Well, it was great because Facebook was so early, and Facebook created basically a screaming competition where it's like whoever has the most money wins. So if you were the guy with that money, you can just hit a button. Go, keep going. 10K a day budget, 20K a day budget, and it works. Now, obviously, competition comes in, saturation comes in, but now it's basically the same thing in 2016, but now it's organic. It's TikTok Shop. It's making content on the phone. We're in the content era, bro. Like if you're not making a personal brand right now, you're not making content, you're not learning how to make content, how to present yourself, you are light years behind.
It's so exciting because you can make a good piece of content for free and get 1 million views.
Like phone, it doesn't matter. No quality followers needed.
But now the level of content is raising. But at the same time, a very low effort video with good storytelling, like just a demo of a makeup brand in a fun way with the right song that feels good, can go viral. So it's like, you need
some
an
of
iPhone.
The most viral videos you'll ever see are the awfully recorded ones where something crazy happened. And that's what proves it. It's like, it's all about what's happening. It's all about the content itself. You don't have to have these amazing lights and these cameras and all this stuff. You can literally get started with a phone and a good idea. It's all execution.
It gets me so excited.
The content with short form kind of goes into two different buckets. We have the pre-recorded stuff where it's like I'm sitting down, I'm scripting this, and I'm orchestrating an idea that I want everyone to understand. Or we're creating videos about the story, or we're doing these videos that talk about the free course or something, and an editor can just kind of create that based off the content we have in a Google Drive already. So those are kind of the two buckets. It's pre-recorded stuff by me, or it's the stuff that the editors on the team create themselves, because right now we have like 20 Instagram accounts.
So you're saying... Yeah, I want to go into that too. But you're saying that you put all of the content you've ever shot. When I say content, literally just like pictures when you were in 17 that you weren't even thinking of. You just took this picture and you're like, oh, wait, that'd be great for me to tell my story now. So every piece of content you've ever had recorded of yourself goes into a drive and you give that to an editor. And then are they going to tell you to make a voiceover, or are they just going to use like
usually they can find stuff like, I mean, they could even clip this podcast. Me talking about this right now, overlay it. So you really just have to have people that are resourceful, and you have to be kind of a good leader and make sure you're educating them properly on what the job is. Because a lot of these people don't know. They're not scrolling the algorithms. They don't know what content. So you kind of have to inform them properly and teach them. But yeah, you can do so much with the long form YouTube videos I've done. I have an asset folder on Google Drive that's like, I think 300 pre-recorded short form videos. And that's been built up over a year. And it's like, we just have so much that it's like, you can get something.
So they'll find a clip where you already are talking. It's you talking. And then they have all this footage to B-roll over to kind of tell a story in a different way. And they can piece together different pieces of podcasts, YouTube videos, or whatever. Okay, let's talk about, that makes sense. But that's like repurposing in a way.
100%.
So let's talk about like new original short form content where it's like your main Instagram account for now, where it's just you talking to a camera, talking head style, scripted. Break me down what of those videos have done the best and kind of the thought process behind them.
So the essence of a viral video, of what I always say is your hook and your transfer of emotion.
Okay.
The best way to think about this is my favorite little like analogy to get into is these algorithms are looking for different drug dealers.
Okay.
There's the sadness drug, there's happiness, there's motivation, there's that like disciplined David Goggins type stuff. There's all these different drugs. They want the users to feel a different drug every time they scroll. You'll quite literally go from crying to laughing on these social media platforms. So you need to know what your drug is, because once they know what your drug is, they know how to insert you. The best way to think about it is, you saw Breaking Bad. So with Breaking Bad, the algorithms are Gus Fring. They're the distributor. And they want, what's the fucking main character's name? Heisenberg. They want Heisenbergs that make meth. They make a hyper-specific product that they know where to distribute. So if you're making happy content, sad content, fun content, you're kind of all over, they're like, we don't know where to distribute you, dude. Because their job is to assign you somewhere,
so you
need to have a specific product.
Okay. So you want your content to be a consistent drug. So you want to sell meth every time.
Pretty much.
Okay, interesting.
And each account, you can kind of go for different energies, but like you need to help the algorithm know where to insert you.
That makes sense. So for Andrew
Tate, transfer of emotion.
Andrew Tate, he's talking down to like 16-year-old kids who aren't disciplined and like calling them worms and stuff, and like kind of giving that tough love. That
they know where to insert
They need to be insulted because they know it's true to then better themselves. Interesting. Okay.
So that's a thing that I like to explain is like the whole drug and distribution kind of way to look at it. So that's the transfer of emotion, which is the second element to a viral video. The first is the hook. Why did they stop scrolling?
Yes.
Because you could have the coolest drug in the world, but if they stopped scrolling, nobody took it, you got nothing. You went nowhere. So the hooks are massive. That's the biggest thing I'm focusing on with my like pre-recorded short form stuff that's going on my Instagram, going on my YouTube shorts, my personal accounts, is how do I hook people in? And the biggest things with that is just kind of studying the market, studying what other guys are using, what are videos that are going viral right now, so you can take notes on those to apply for yourself in your own authentic storyline.
Right.
Then you learn what emotion you want to transfer through your personality, your story, XYZ.
If you could, off the top of your head, share some of your best hooks. I remember, I think I saw one yesterday. I'm going to copy. Was if you're 15 to 24 years old and you want to make money online right now, this is what you need to do, or something like that.
Honestly, with any piece of content, it's usually just like make their ears perk up to something that's hyper specific to them. So if I'm selling, like if you go look at my free course, I have this smart cupping device that I was selling. It's like, cupping therapy.
Yes.
It's that, but you just do it with a click of a button electronically. My hook was if you get headaches from a sore neck and sore back from like bad posture, this is what you need to help you. Like that's the person that hears that, they're like, oh, that's me. Everyone else leaves, which is kind of good because you want to show the algorithm who's listening, who's not.
Right.
Hyper-specific call-outs are good. If you're 14 to 25 and you want to make $10,000 a month right now, you're like, yeah. But it's also a big enough pool to where you can actually go somewhere with it. If you have a really small pool, it's like, wow, you got 5 people to listen, but they really liked it. But it's like, what's the value? So you need to know, it's kind of what I call it is product audience fit. So you need to understand your content is the product. There's obviously the audience, and you need to understand how you can bridge them through hooks that call them out. And you need to make sure this audience pool is also big enough to be worth your time.
Okay.
So you kind of have to be strategic.
Okay, so how I'm thinking of it is your hook is calling out exactly who it is. So the first 3 seconds, and if you're saying specifically if you have back pain or neck pain, this is for you. All the people with back pain have like this same demographic on the back end side of the data on TikTok. And so if all of those people are staying on it for the first 3 seconds, now the algorithm kind of pick up on who else should I send this to.
They know where to insert you now.
And if people that are immediately in the first 3 seconds swiping away, they know who not to send it to. Well, where if you have kind of a loose hook, these people are going to be pooled together, and these people are going to watch for 5 or 10 seconds, which is going to signal to the algorithm, okay, they made it past the first 3 seconds, but they stopped at 10, which means it's a bad video.
Right.
But if they leave within the
100%.
first 3 seconds, you can kind of say it's not for them. And so there's forgiveness from the algorithm.
Right.
So you almost want to call exactly who it's for. Just
polarizing things
too. And then get all of those wrong people off, and the algorithm can kind of find its pocket or find
that structure goes to paid ads as well.
Yes.
I learned this from paid ads.
Facebook kind of has that in the retargeting, basically.
And it's something Andrew Tate did great. Either love him or hate him. You're either watching, like loving it, or you swiped away so quick you hate it. Polarizing stuff works very well. Everyone knows this. There's the whole comment farming stuff where people will do weird things on purpose to get you to comment. It's another strategy. There's millions of strategies. If you can do it based on something that's super recent, like the Super Bowl just happened. Like, I don't know, have some polarizing thing about the Super Bowl, make some comment where people can be like, no, it's actually this, or there's so many ways you can do it.
Yeah, like people on the internet are always going to correct you. If you want to learn the right answer, just say the wrong answer confidently.
That's very well said. That's very well said.
Okay, so let's just break down your video. So you typically will make on your main account. I know you have the whole mass short form system going, and you're nailing that. But just let's start with one account. Your main account. You're basically just providing value and teaching them something about dropshipping.
That's something I like because I like to genuinely teach people and see people grow. So mine's always been very value driven and very value focused. So that's kind of the biggest thing I go for is like a good hook and an actually like impressive amount of value for the short time. We're like, whoa, what's this? And I go, hey, if you want to learn everything I know, free course on YouTube, 18 hours. And they're like, holy shit.
So it's like,
what are you talking about?
I'm getting everything I need. So you're basically 3 second hook. Like if you're a 16-year-old kid looking to make your first $1,000 online, this is for you. Then you go into dropshipping is an amazing business. I went from kid having to fill up his car with a water jug to making this money. Here's my new lifestyle picture. And then here's how I do it. I started dropshipping. I went to AliExpress, got like you explained the whole process, like a 18-hour course in 45 seconds. And then at the very end, you just say, and if you want to learn how to do this in detail, like I did, what do you say? What's your call to action?
There's call to actions of like, you can do this thing with ManyChat where you say comment 18-hour course and I'll DM you the course. That's like a really direct way.
Okay.
Or you can just say, hey, go to YouTube, type in 18-hour course, you'll find it.
Or click the link in the bio, basically. So
I think the link in the bio kind of kills account health.
Okay, so don't do link in bio.
I think link in bio is not good.
Okay, so definitely not on TikTok for
we don't
sure.
Do that. Yeah.
Don't do link in bio, but you said this thing called mini chat. So this is very popular. And mini chat, it's mini, M-A-N-Y, chat. And basically, this is an Instagram automation system where you can just...
I think it might work on other platforms too.
Okay, great.
It might.
Okay, well, let's just keep it simple for Instagram. Right. So let's say it's an Instagram reel, short form video on Instagram. At the end of the video, you'd say, comment the word, 18 hours.
Yeah, you can put any word you want.
Any word you want, but comment keyword. And if they comment that, your account automatically sends them a DM with the link to your free course.
And they see, wow, Jordan Bound, like verified account, sent me a DM, like holy shit. So the open rates are good.
Yes.
Everyone's amazing. And you can also put appointment setters in your DMs that are now creating conversations. Be like, hey, we also have a community group. We also have XYZ, and you can really kind of
on mini chat,
up.
You can have your team members log into your mini chat account and they can reply to your Instagram DMs on mini chat. So that way they're not inside of your actual Instagram account doing things, but they can just reply to people to sell them basically. And so you make one piece of short form content, you have a hook, provide value, and at the end say, comment this word. If they comment that word, it sends them the link. Now they're talking to your sales team, and then it'll take them directly to the free course to sign up for the Shopify affiliate link. So
that's our main funnel is like, let's go to the YouTube course. Let's go to the YouTube course because it's credibility. You see that it's 18 hours, it's free, builds amazing rapport. And the course as well is designed to really build rapport with the audience. Like this is obviously about dropshipping and e-commerce, but it goes into like, what does success look like? If you're in a place that's like bad mental health, like trauma, here's how you can like unmess up your life. And it's very personal. Like I'm almost crying in there talking about some things that I've went through, how I got over them. Through vision boards, affirmations, journaling, going to therapy, like all these things. Like it's truly a course on success. So obviously we're going to send them there because it's like there is just so much value, so much rapport, so much that we give them that it's like they're going to be happy to be there. Why would we send them anywhere else?
Right.
But that's also what we just laid out as dimension 1. There's dimension 2 where it's now that exact same video, that exact same thing we did gets tweaked and re-edited 20 times across 20 Instagram accounts. And now we're at dimension 2 where it's like one video of me sitting down and talking for 30 seconds can get 10 million views online through 20 Instagrams, 20 YouTube shorts, 20 TikToks, all funneling to the YouTube course. And that's where the lights kind of turn on and everything gets a little crazy.
Right. And this is why this era is so big, because you can make one piece of content and once it goes viral, once you find that winning piece of content, now you have like this asset for your brand. I know this works. So that video, let's say it gets you 1 million views and then 1 million of those people out of 1 million, like 20,000 go sign up to your free course. And out of that, you have like 20% that convert. You just made like 50 grand off of one short form video.
More because it's not even just the Shopify link. It's
all the back end, then the community. Exactly.
And obviously there is something to be said. It's a free course. People are going to come in, not do anything. Nobody clicks anything. So it's like the numbers are small, but it's like we have 1.6 million views on YouTube. We have 600,000 people that have signed up on our course platform. We have their emails. It's like
you have an email list of 600,000 people that have taken your free course, and now you have their emails that you can constantly send email automations to as well. But back to what I was saying with short form, you get that one piece that's winning. Now you make 20 accounts, and then you just re-edit it, and it's a brand new at bat,
brand new video.
And so now you have this video got 1 million views here. Well, it's going to get another 200,000 on this account, another 50,000 here, another 80,000 here, and you're just racking up all these views into that same funnel. All of them, same call to action, same DM sequence, same free course, same Shopify link.
And it's pretty easy to do it with a low team.
You
don't have to have a huge sales department. That's why I didn't want to do the paid courses because first off, paid course, bad look. We talked about that. Second is like now we have a team of 10 sales guys that are hitting all these calls, and there's just so much more steps when this is just such an easy no-brainer. Like it's hard to argue with this system when it works so good, but it's also like if you're in another space, the free course element might not work. It works for dropshipping because you need so many things to succeed. Like some industries just don't have that.
Gotcha. So you're posting on Instagram and TikTok?
Yeah, so all social platforms, everything we can.
Are you doing Snapchat?
No, that's a little bit hard to like.
Okay, so TikTok, Instagram, I agree. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, and Facebook. So 4 platforms, and each of them you have 5 accounts on, correct?
We got a lot more now, and we're hiring people like crazy. We're looking. That's technically a batch. So we'll have one account on each, or we have 4 accounts on each platform. We have 16 accounts total in like a little batch. And we're trying to do 2 to 3 new batches a month.
Okay.
Which is expensive.
So
but our funnel's pretty solid.
Yes. You have the money.
It sucks because you can't quantify it. You don't know how much is this Instagram account making. But theoretically, in the longevity of everything, the personal brand value, the affiliate links, and everything that's set up and structured, it should be a pretty big no-brainer of it paying itself off.
So this is called horizontally scaling because you can make one account, but if you keep making the same video on that one account, that same group of followers will see it and that will affect the algorithm.
Right.
But if you make a new account, you have a new pocket of followers. Like even though there's 1 million people total that want to watch your content, 50,000 of them are going to be stuck over here. 50,000 of them are going to be stuck over here. And so you might as well just make one piece of content and then spread it out across all these followers so it feels new.
And you can consciously do a new drug, like we talked about, for each pocket of content. So
interesting.
One can be all of our broke to rich stories, and people love those. Those have a really big viral effect because everyone wants to go from broke to rich. Smart. So the product audience fit's crazy. The next one can be just big education stuff. And you can try out all these different things that you see other creators do and really create an insane amount of content that's gravitating towards each kind of frequency that someone might align with within yourself, your personal brand, your story. And everything, the beauty of all this is everything we're talking about also transfers to e-commerce and dropshipping, because what are we doing? We're getting people to take actions online that pay us money.
Exactly.
It's it.
Getting
it's
their
the same
attention,
shit. So
solving
it's like
their problem.
all of this is what I'm teaching people with dropshipping and e-commerce. Like, I don't think I'm the biggest or best brand builder in the world, but I bet I'm better at making content than you. And that's another kind of element of what I do if people are interested for my income exactly, is I do consult and coach a lot of brands personally. There's one in Utah that we worked with. They have an amazing product. I don't want to disclose it too much because they don't like that. But I worked with them. They did $15K for the whole year. I came in the first 30 days. We got 110,000 in sales in the first 30 days, pure organic, all from just random phone videos. It was like the easiest thing I've ever done.
You even taught your girlfriend how to do this.
Yeah, my girlfriend's crushing content. I won't take too much credit because she works her ass off, but she's in the ASMR space. It's Safe Space ASMR if anyone wants to check it out. Nice. Crushing it.
That's just so cool, bro. There's so, like, content is...
It's the best shit ever,
content, it's the world now, though. Like,
dude, like if you don't have a personal brand, like, you are really messing up.
But your personal brand doesn't even have to be your face educating. I think that just works for like our physiognomy, what we look like. Right. But like if you're like some unconfident person, you don't think you 100%. Look great, have a good camera presence, you can make like really niche, like satisfying videos.
Yeah,
like
you can do anything.
Anything.
It's
and there's
amazing.
so much that works. Like I think the best thing you can do is when you're scrolling, train your algorithm to find your competitors. And so like I have like a phone where I only engage with my competitors content. And so that way I have this algorithm that's like just everything I'm looking is inspiration.
So I have the same thing for finding products on dropshipping. And I share those in the community group because I call it conscious scrolling. You need to consciously scroll to be able to understand what videos you need to make. You have to have your finger on the pulse of the algorithm because you can make the best video, but if it isn't hyper specific to what's working right now, it's not going to do anything.
The algorithm's like a metaphor. The algorithm is a metaphor for human interest and where we are. And in the content game, we were talking about this earlier off cameras, trends are everything. And so if like there's a trending topic right now, you just make your take on that trending topic, but anchor it to what you're true to.
Your
if that makes sense. Yeah. What your brand is, you have your take. That's kind of how I'm thinking about making my YouTube videos now, is like, how can I make a video on this topic that no one else can make? It is such a true to Brett video that you cannot find anywhere else on the internet. And as I scroll YouTube more and more, I'm like, there is really such little education from good educators that put effort into the production, put effort into actually like using nice equipment, presenting it well themselves, and actually coming off like genuinely trying to help that person. A lot of it is just like very low efforts, like tutorials. But this is 8 years of compounding of making content.
A lot of people are just
skill you get.
gatekeeping the actual information and trying to fluff some stuff up on YouTube. So if you really come in and you really have genuine intentions, it's a pretty easy road for you.
What's something that works so well that it's basically magic? Air fryers, no meeting Fridays, noise canceling headphones. What about selling on Shopify? Today's sponsor, Shopify, is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your own online store stage to the launch your first real life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling shipping supplies or promoting productivity programs, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, up to 36% better compared to other leading commerce platforms. What I love about Shopify is that no matter how big you want to grow, Shopify gives you everything you need to take control and take your business to the next level. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the US. Go to shopify.com/WGMI to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. That's shopify.com/WGMI. Thank you, Shopify, for sponsoring today's episode. Okay, so that's kind of your whole system.
It's everything.
You're a content creator, you have a personal brand, you educate people, provide value, you have a pulse on what hooks, you call them out directly, then you just teach them stuff about how to drop ship, where to find products, whatever you want, just a quick 40-second teaser. Then at the call to action, DM me this word or comment this word, and it automatically sends them the free course. Then they go watch the free course and they're like, oh my God, I love this guy. I'm going to sign up for his Shopify affiliate link since I have to sign up for that anyways. And then in the course, you're layering in call to actions to your $100 per month paid community for support and any other information they need. Okay. And that's making you $2.5 million profit this year. How old are you?
26 now.
Killing it, brother. That's so cool. Okay. Well, congrats on your success.
Thank you.
Now, is there anything else that you think we should touch on that funnel that you think is important?
I think when it comes to content, there's like the kind of hook and storyline that we talked about is kind of just one branch. You can do a million branches when it comes to content. Another thing that's really good is mystery-based hooks, where like they don't know what's happening. Like that's most of the videos that get like 100 million views on TikTok are like someone in their backyard, there's a wild animal, you don't know what's happening, like, and you have to sit and watch. And it is that low quality, awful video. So mystery and curiosity are amazing hooks. I'd say the biggest thing if you want to get into this space and kind of replicate what I'm doing or just grow a personal brand or just make good content is learn how to tell a story. Start watching movies very consciously. Start reading books very consciously. I love Breaking Bad because it's probably the strongest pilot episode to any series that's ever been created in humankind. Because you cannot watch that first episode and go, oh, I don't want to see what happens next. They got you. They got you.
So much happens.
Because the storytelling is absolutely masterful. So go rewatch that. What elements can I take and apply to my short form stories? Because these people are pretty easy to get to watch your videos. They're zombies. They're dying to watch a good video. So if you can be that guy that has the good meth, the good video, Gus is happy to throw you in, bro. He's looking for those guys.
That's what they want.
He's begging for those. So you just need to stand up and be that guy and make real content, make stories that people resonate with, and pretty easy process.
There is a system to it. It is psychology. 100%. And if you just study storytelling frameworks, I love Dan Harmon's story wheel. For all of my YouTube videos, I'm using the Dan Harmon story wheel. He's the creator of Rick and Morty, Community, Silicon Valley, basically, like some of the biggest shows. And he has just this 8-step framework of how every single Rick and Morty follows the exact same. It's just the way of introducing who the character is. What do they need? When are they going to try to accomplish that? What problem do they hit? I use that every single time.
That's a big key for me. So if you're watching this, that's
storytelling
a big
framework.
You have to understand that. Like a lot of people I feel like don't understand that. Like everything you want in life, there is a human behind that thing you want. Everything. Think of something, there is a human. So it's like you really need to understand these views are human beings interacting with your stuff. It's not an algorithm with these robot views.
I'm shadow banned.
No, it's your videos suck. And it's like people, human psychology is the key to everything in business and life.
If you're so successful at dropshipping, why are you selling a free course? Why did you take a year off of e-commerce to then make the course instead of just continuing to build your dropshipping store?
I always knew I didn't want to be just like dropshipping my entire life and running brands. I do really enjoy it, but teaching has genuinely always been a passion of mine. Like I'm very much a people person, and I like being able to insert my information, my knowledge, and watch someone grow from that. That's something that's just been instilled for me since I was young. I always wanted to have a personal brand. I always wanted to make YouTube videos and kind of be that person. And it was just a really good win-win where I can set myself up to genuinely help people, impact people's lives, at essentially no cost to them because they have to buy these things anyway. So I was just like, this seems like a genuine, perfect approach that I can make that aligns with me as a person, aligns financially, genuinely helps people. It's just like, why would I not do this?
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
So how long were you dropshipping?
I've been doing it since 2017 was probably my first store. And dropshipping was a long road. I kind of quit a couple times and came back to it. The first time I got really big success was I was running a streetwear Twitter account, and I had what's called a tweet deck with a bunch of different fashion guys, so I could access their accounts and retweet my own content. So I obviously knew what was trending in the fashion industry. And I was like, it was like the whole Yeezy Off-White time period. It was like right out of high school for me. I'm like 2016 was when I graduated. So Yeezy Off-White, all that stuff is going crazy. Supreme. So I would find like lookalike clothes, and I wouldn't say like this is Supreme or this is Yeezy. Like we were doing it very ethically, but I was like, the store was called Simple Selections. It was basically like, here's a simple selection of all the clothes that are in right now. It was just AliExpress stuff, and I'd retweet it from all those accounts. We had like probably 16 million following size through all the accounts. So, I mean, one retweet, you're getting thousands of likes, free traffic to the store, and we were doing $1,000 days on that. Damn. Like right out of high school, like instantly. Damn. Full profit margin.
Okay, I want to touch on this because I do think it's very interesting.
Right.
A lot of people will give you that objection. I only asked you just because I wanted to hear your how you handle it.
Fair question.
Like, why do you sell a course over actual dropshipping or building a brand? Where there's like so many different answers here, but one, like, dropshipping is a great way to make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, but selling a course is a better business model for a different lifestyle.
It's kind of like the level 2.
Yeah, exactly.
0 to 1, 1 to 2.
Exactly. And you can dropship, and then eventually you'll have to turn that into a brand where you make your own product, and that's your competitive advantage. And
that's what I talk about
full
in the
on
course
e-commerce.
as
But
well. 100%.
I'd also think that people don't realize that selling a course is not easy. Like, and building a brand and making content as a personal creator,
full-time job.
Harder,
unbelievable,
equally as hard as building a $10 million brand, or to build a personal brand and sell a course successfully. So selling a course is not just some easy thing that anyone could do. One, you have to earn the right. You have to go through, have success. Then you have to take the time to make the course a year. And then you have to start making content with 0 followers on social media
100%.
where no one knows who you are and no one thinks you're credible. And then they already think that another guy selling a course is a scammer.
They already think you're some scammer. They already think you're a loser. So it's an uphill battle for sure.
So I think credit where credit is due. Congratulations. Fucking crushing it. And you've got winning in your blood. What is your personal brand strategy? Just so people, I know they can't copy it. Right. Maybe if they're kind of similar to you.
I mean, they technically could.
They could, but they have to find their own unique.
Right. They have to insert themselves properly through execution. So
but let's hear how you think about it.
The biggest thing is if you want to look at it systematically, if someone watching right now wants to understand how can I start a personal brand, how can I scale up my content, the biggest thing is you have to build a Google Drive asset folder of everything, bro. Like, I got my old Snapchat memories all taken from my phone from 2014. And you have to understand, like, okay, what's my content? What's my life story? And how can I portray it properly? How can I frame myself? How can I make content that's also going to fit the algorithm to make good videos? For me, it's kind of like these broke to rich storylines. Those are what hit really good of showcasing. Like, I used to work at Red Robin, had a car it was a 1997 Chrysler LeBaron. I had to fill up a milk jug full of water, open my hood with a hammer to wedge it in to pull the shit and make the hood even come up. Radiator's broken. So I put a milk jug of water in just to get to high school. And by the time I get to high school, it's literally smokes coming out of my engine. Like,
oh my God.
Down bad, bro. I didn't have a car for like 4 years. So it's like, I have all these on Snapchat memories. I have this whole storyline that I can easily go showcase. Hey, this was my life before. Dropshipping and e-commerce was a vehicle that got me to where I'm at now. And I can make these amazing pieces of content, but if you don't have some of those things and you don't have that story, you obviously can't fabricate that story.
If you took someone from scratch that's never made content before, and they're going to do what we do, like talking head educational content, they want to make a personal brand, what is the advice that you start with?
That whole like wet noodle thing, like dude, just get out there, bro. Like, just grab yourself, throw them in the deep end, and just figure it out. You will figure it out eventually. 100%. That learning curve is going to be long, but if you are also studying the algorithms and you're really understanding what works and you're learning storytelling and stuff, it's going to cut down that learning curve so hard. But I think you really just need to get out there.
I think it's so important to be like intentional with the type of content you're going to make. I think the worst advice personally, I agree with what you're saying. Like, you need to start, because so many people have like a false belief on like, they're nervous, they're not ready, so then they don't make a video.
Plan. Yes, exactly. They're procrastinating forever.
But I do think that the word consistency is key, is like the worst advice ever, because if you're consistently making bad content, it's not going to work. And I see so many I watch a ton of small YouTubers.
Yeah.
Like, I am always watching YouTubers with like 1,000 to 10,000 just to see who's out there, see what they got. And I see so many of them like, all right, this is my 384th day of making 2 videos a day. And I'm like, dude,
holy shit.
Just take your time, take a deep breath, reflect on your content, and try to understand maybe you should make a better video instead of forcing one out every single day.
You have to know how to pivot, dude.
Unless you are like entertaining as a person, it's not going to work. So I think that's just something that I see a lot, and I just love content. So I wanted to throw that out there. In this.
That's people need to know that, because there is so many people that will just blindly have faith in something. It's like, hey man, look, you still have to change. You still have to adapt and grow. And that's another big thing, is so many people don't have that ability to grow and to change.
Reflect.
They're so stuck on something. And the world's moving fast, bro, faster than it has ever moved. It's like, if you're not staying on top of that with having your pulse on everything,
do you meditate?
You're not gonna make it. I used to a lot in the start of my journey. That was a big thing for me, because I was pretty messed up with traumas and a lot of things that just happened through my life.
If you guys
was big for me.
Hold on. If you guys want to hear about his life story, he did a great podcast with my friend Champ. Look up Jordan. Is it Bound?
Yeah, Bound.
Jordan Bound and Champ on YouTube. But sorry,
it's a good one. No, I appreciate it. The early life was not easy, not easy at all. But honestly, zero regrets on everything that's happened. But that was something I really needed to do to understand how to control my mind. Honestly, I think I was like born with just like hyper anxiety. Like I would throw up before a soccer game when I'm 6 years old. Like what? Like what are you talking?
My sister's kind of that way.
If I knew I had to present something in school, I'm sick for the next month until it happens. Like sick to my stomach every day. Can't stop thinking about it. OCD thoughts, hyper fixating on things. That was a really big challenge for me when I was young. And learning how to get through that, especially with traumas piled on, was not easy. It was genuinely a really hard journey. But meditation and like bringing consciousness into my life as much as I possibly can it's so necessary. You can't get around it.
Interesting. Meditation just means know yourself. And so it's like, I think a lot of people avoid the thoughts, or if they have trauma, they think it's like something that happened to them. That's their identity. Yeah. But they don't ever like think it through. And
you're
like,
not your thoughts.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what a lot of people need to understand.
Yeah.
And the thing that got me understanding that was the power of now. I don't even know, Eckhart Tolle.
I haven't read it.
I don't even know how to say his last name. Eckhart something, Power of Now, one of the most powerful books. And it kind of gives the realization that like, just like your stomach processes food, your brain processes thoughts. You're not the brain. Like these thoughts that coming in aren't you. So meditation for me is pulling back and just being able to witness that and detach.
So what is a piece of content that is worthy of getting 1 million views and why does that make sense? And that is like how you should be thinking about making a lot of content. Yeah. Yes, you need to be authentic. Yes, you need to use psychology
Product
to have
audience
good hooks.
fit.
Exactly. Make sure it's all congruent. But at the end of the day, people, I think, just make content and just throw it out there thinking that it's going to work. And if it doesn't, they blame the algorithm. When they're not thinking the intentionality of, is this a good idea? Yep. Is this, how can I package this to actually make this
Frame
work?
it.
Yes, exactly.
Framing is really big. Virgil Abloh has a good quote. I do not know it word for word, but it's essentially like, if you have a dirty can on the side of the road, everyone's walking past and nobody cares. But if there's a dirty can in a museum roped off with security guards and a glass flame around, it's like, what the
perception.
What is this dirty can?
The perception, yeah.
Who touched this can? Like, whose can is this, bro? And that's all it is. Like, and that's the whole, like, if you look in art, like art looks so basic and simple, but someone out there thinks it's worth $1 million because of framing. So you have to understand framing. You have to understand storytelling. And it's like, I have a community group. I have like 1 million+ students. I see the videos they make to try to promote their dropshipping stuff. It's awful.
And then they blame dropshipping.
Absolutely awful. Oh, dropshipping sucks, or this course sucks. There's no information on this. There's 1 million excuses in the book, but you really got to look at yourself and be like, would you watch that video? And I promise you wouldn't.
And would you trust it?
You would swipe so fast, bro.
You would
fast.
You'd be a hater in the comments because it's so bad.
Yeah. Like, this guy's dropshipping. This guy's probably 14 years old. You would be hating on your own stuff.
And you'd call yourself out 100%.
Yeah. That's what you need to be able to detach and look at yourself from a third perspective and understand, like, is this good? Am I proud of this? So that's a good meter to
And content is subjective. I was so proud of my first music video, and now I watch it. Horrible.
Yeah, I feel that.
But that's part of the game. It's what makes it fun.
Is.
And then you just evolve and get better, and then you're 50, you're the GOAT.
Looking back on it all.
You keep through it, yeah. Now back to, since you have this content system of all these 16 different accounts, and then you're posting. I like how you said you have different like brands of yourself, or like different characters that you're playing.
It's a good way to
try to basically attract different audiences who resonate to messages that are delivered in a certain way, or certain stories that are more relevant to their life that they can relate to, and then all with the same big ass top of funnel, driving them to this free course. So what software tools do you use to facilitate all of this? And I'm talking like communication with your editors, communication with actual posting, communication to set up your community. We already talked about WAP and Discord, but any holes we may have missed in order. Let's start with content.
First thing I'll say is I am new to leadership and team building.
Yeah.
It's messy. Let's be real. Yeah. Let's be real. It's messy. So Google Drive is our big asset folder where it's like literally, I think, 12 terabytes, including the course of whatever the hell, everything. That's kind of the first place. We have all of our team management on Discord and Notion. We used to use Asana, but Asana is like pricey, and you can basically configure Notion to do everything that Asana was doing, that at least we did. So Asana's big. Discord for communication with everyone, my own community groups, everything. WAP to process the payments on the Discord. We have a WordPress website, jordanslibrary.com, and then obviously all the social media platforms we interact with. That's basically it.
Okay. So most team communications through Discord?
Everything.
Okay. And then Notion's kind of like the team organization?
I guess I can go a little bit deeper. So we'll have all of our meetings on Notion organized, on Discord organized, but we will do them through Google Meet links. So we can have Firefly AI record the meetings. So that's another element we do. But yeah, that's really it. It's really nothing too complex.
That's the best thing about your business. At the end of the day, you're an affiliate marketer, right? Like that is an affiliate marketer, and your traffic source is personal brand content creation, and your affiliate product is Shopify affiliate link. And they pay you a flat fee for everyone that you get to sign up. That's the business. It's super simple. And then your funnel is just a free course funnel. But guys, again, if you want to, you don't have to do Shopify. If you have expertise in fitness, you can get an affiliate link to supplements and make a free fitness course. 100%. Anything you like to do, like we said, whatever you're proud of, whatever you enjoy that you can do the most, find an affiliate link to do that, and then just make a course, make it for free, and then make content. And the best thing about the free course is that people are engaging with your content, so that actually probably does help the algorithm.
And they're sharing it. Everyone's amazed.
Exactly.
Like, holy shit, someone made this.
And so you make content, give it to them for free, and it goes extra chance of going viral.
Something else to think about is to have success in life, you have to either be the first, you have to be the best, or you have to be different. My course is kind of like, it's not the first. I will give full respects to Sebastian's for their free course. It definitely inspired me a lot. I was already on the thought process. Mainly I was looking at Fortnite, to be honest. I'm a big gamer guy. So seeing that they, like, how much money does Fortnite make a day? And then how much does Call of Duty make a day with their $60 game? Pretty obvious. Also reading $100 million offers by Alex Hormozy, huge. But like anything you create, you need to be first, you need to be the best, or you need to be different. And if you're trying to make a free course, just make sure you're hitting one of those really good. And it should hit the algorithm. It should go crazy. Like my channel, I think before I dropped the free course, I was maybe at 70K subs. We're at like 150 something, I don't know, 150 something in like under 2 months from 70. So like the growth's been insane, but I did have a little bit of a platform, but like that course brought in so much. So even if you have a brand new YouTube channel, if you're the first, the best, or different with your free course, it should go crazy for you.
No one's born with followers. So that platform you had earlier was already built. So
I've never heard that. No one's born with followers. But you got to earn it slow, man.
Everyone started with nothing. So it's very interesting. I think anyone can do it if they got to get out there and try.
Couldn't agree more.
This whole one-person business trend, have you seen that at all?
Of course.
What do you think of that?
Dude, I was the solo guy forever.
Yeah.
It is not going to take you anywhere. Like the ceiling is
$30,000 a month for me.
There, there is a level you will not pass. And like, crypto, like there's these one-off things, maybe you can make a ton of money, but it's like, what's that actually worth? It's just a one-off thing. But like you really need to assemble teams to go far. It's just,
I agree, bro. And then that's a whole new skill set. That's a whole new business.
Oh my God. And that's what I'm trying to learn and master. Why? Because you need it, bro. How are you going to leverage
Why do you want
yourself?
to make more than $2 million a year?
That's a good question. I think a big thing for me is I've just wanted to be a source of abundance for me and for everyone around me. I don't know. It's just something ingrained in me. Like to get a little deep, like when I was with my counselor that kind of helped me go through everything, we kind of came to this realization that like for me to solve everything or like a thing that I can focus on is like be the tree, be a sense of life and abundance for people around you. And that's something that resonates with me personally very deep. I have like a little tree tattoo on the back right there. I don't know. That's just something that resonates with me extremely deeply is being in abundance, a source of abundance for everyone around me.
And $2 million, you need more than $2 million to do that a year.
Yeah.
How much you need?
Dude, whatever. Like, and I won't get to a point where it's like the levels of my freedom and my sanity are costed too much, like $1 billion or something like these crazy high levels. It's not worth it to me because then I'm not a source of abundance in other elements because I'm always on the phone. I'm always doing this. So there's a certain level where it's like I probably just don't want to cross, but then you get addicted to the work, you get addicted to success, and then it's hard to stop yourself. So I don't know if I could give a definitive answer, but that's kind of how I'll measure it. I want to be able to do anything I want, have the people around me be able to do the same, but my lifestyle is still enjoyable and not making me want to pull my hair out every 2 seconds.
Whenever I'm trying to teach someone how to start a business or how to like actually work for themselves for the first time, that is always the number one thing I have to try to get them to understand is if it's not working, it's because you're not good enough yet, but you will 100%. Get better, and it will work. Like
it's such a reps thing.
You spent a year making your free course, but now that you know the course is good, and you built the system, you made the website, you have everything set up. Now it's just, okay, the product's good. I know it's good. Now I just need to make videos and send traffic. But if you make your first 2 or 3 videos and it doesn't work, and then you stop, then you'll never get better and learn the reps to actually make that skill something that you are actually good at to get traffic. And
it's like push-ups. Nobody can do push-ups for you.
Exactly.
You are the only guy that can do push-ups. You're the only guy that can make your own content at a high level that's genuine and it's real. And dude, it's going to take a long time. I was making content for myself in 2017. Like I've been out here trying and doing things. Like it's really easy to look at me and go, wow, he got like 150K subs on YouTube in like no time. Like who even is this guy? Just sprouted out of nowhere. But it's like, there's been so much personal victories, behind the scenes things where it's just like, it's a long game. It's a long road. You're never going to hit a shortcut. And if you do hit a shortcut, you're also going to lose it just as quick as you gained it. Like
100%.
You have to become, I'm a big video game guy, so this is my favorite reference, but you have to become the character level to wield like the end game sword, the best weapon in the game. You have to be level 100 to get that weapon. Even if the weapon falls in your inventory, you can't put it on. It's not yours. It will leave.
100%.
So you have to earn. There's no way around it.
And that's why I love having this podcast, because every person I've talked to in their 20s that's a millionaire has done it in a different way.
Yeah,
it does not matter.
There's a million paths.
You just have to. It's the time in the game. Like I think anyone can become 100%. A millionaire 3 to 5 years if you're just.
I'd agree. 3 to 5. 100%.
Like you'll make your first million, even if it's the 5 year. That's still super fast for the upside that could be.
Dude. Yeah.
So it's a learned skill. Like I think a lot of people go on podcasts and say you have to take all this hard work. You have to work your ass off. You got to grind. I never resonated with that message at all. But you just have to be working on the same thing over and over and over and getting better at it. It's not like some like brutal thing. And they do that to like make themselves. It kind of comes off like an ego thing. Like you have to work hard. I grind. I work harder than everybody. It's like, dude,
you don't.
You're just showing up every day and enjoy it, and then get better at the skill. And it's worthwhile because like at the end of the day, it's not complicated how you made your first $1 million.
It's not.
You made a free course, you put an affiliate link in there, and then you made videos telling people about the free course. But within that, you had to make better videos for 7 years until you got good enough to the point where those videos would work. People would go to the free course.
Yeah.
So that should be encouraging for everyone. That is a learned skill. There is no natural predisposition.
It's insane. It's a system. You can get into it. You can get behind it. And the barrier of entry, let's be honest, like if you wanted to start a business 20 years ago, you're getting investors, you're taking a loan out to start some restaurant that you have no clue if it's going to work. Brutal. You're not going to go profitable for your first 5 years. Like the fact that we can sit and talk on a phone video and even just be an affiliate marketer and sell something that we don't even have and make 10K a month, like
without any money, not even a paid ad. You just have to have
a phone.
Ad revenue. Yeah.
Or if you're young, your parents probably got you a phone. You have the same capabilities that me and you have had to reach success. It's
all just like a mental game, and if you believe you can do it or not.
True.
Truly is.
That's why the first part of the course is all about mentality, spirituality, and how to clean yourself up to be worthy of some of this success. Like you have to be worthy of success or it's not going to come. So like if you're not doing this inner work, you're not changing how you view yourself. There's 4 pillars. Your identity, your beliefs, your emotions, and your actions are the biggest thing that's going to dictate who you are and the life you live. And you need to control those. And if you're paying attention, those are addressed in the level of importance. Action is the least. Identity is massive. How you view yourself is what's dictating your reality. What you believe is dictating your reality, and how you feel is dictating your reality more than your actions. Dude, there's people that work 12-hour days doing the worst, most awful job, and people are making what they make in a year in a day that don't work at all because they're leveraging themselves because they've created an amazing identity and a good set of emotional beliefs and actual beliefs, and they created their life consciously. So there's so much behind the scenes work. It's really not that much about action.
Interesting. I couldn't agree more. But that when I was a beginner, I hated hearing that.
Yeah.
And same. I don't know why. But I've just been in the position where I've always known I was going to be a millionaire. Like, I think I just even when I was just talking to someone that I was friends with in elementary school. And even then I was like a cocky, I was already a millionaire the way I was talking to these people, like my little male
The identity
ego.
Was solid, bro.
Like I never
that's why it came to you.
Yeah. It's so interesting though. How do you train that? How do you get past that? If you don't,
that's the way I talk about it is affirmations. You literally have to reprogram yourself like you're a computer. You have to like, it's the whole fake it till you make it. I don't like that comment because it's not really that. It's more like willing it into existence consciously. You have to, there's this dimension where all our thoughts are, emotions are, everything is, and you have to grab it and pull it into the physical reality through consistency and discipline with not action, but with thought of like, I am this. I am affirmations, vision boards. Like, where do you want to go? Something that I really like is Napoleon Hill talking about how the universe or God or whatever you want to call it needs exact goals. So the first way I tested this was I wanted to make $122,344.72 on June 4th from February 2nd in 2018. I had like $5,000 in my bank account, and I had whatever, how many months? 5? Mm-hmm. What even is that? From February to June. That much time to make $122,344.72, and I made it on that day. Because I set the exact specific goal that I wanted. I had a spreadsheet. How many Facebook ads do I need to do? How many new products do I need to test? I had it all as a system, and it never left the front of my mind for a millisecond. It's the only thing I thought about, and I just willed it into existence through belief and through conscious action. I honestly did not work harder in that time period. I was doing the same shit I've been doing. I was just tracking it and consciously thinking about it, and it came on that exact day. I think I was over like $300. It was nuts.
Did it feel calm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you earned it.
Yeah.
You got the character levels to wield the sword. You're like, yeah, level 100. Like,
that's the one.
Of course I have the sword.
If there's one theme of this podcast, it is every person I've talked to had a very weird level of intentionality.
I'd agree.
And I think Oliver was the best example for this. Like, he knew that he saw a product that could go viral. And he said, if I made a product that's similar, it will go viral. And so he based his whole thesis on his company that it will go viral. It's an intrinsically viral product. Yep. I just need to make it. Then I need to make it luxury on top of that so I can charge more. And then I just need to actually execute a good customer experience and then do all the optimizations on the store. And I should have a $10 million company. And what do you know? He made the product.
There it is.
Went viral. Everything he said, he knew from the start, and that intention, you knew every single step.
Faith, bro.
Same with you. You had a free course. You analyzed, okay, I could charge $3,000 for this, or I could do free. They can make me, what would make me the most money? The free version. Okay, then I just need to use short form. I need to mass distribute the short form and then set up the automations and systems for it to work. Yeah. That's 3 things. Like, it's super simple, but super intentional.
Success is always simple. And like, it does sound like I'm downplaying action through the identity, beliefs, emotions, all those things, and I get that. But execution's everything. An idea is truly worthless. If you cannot assemble the team, if you cannot create it and execute it properly, it is nothing. That's why I spent a year on the course. Like, that wasn't just some, I'm going to sit, throw a webcam up and talk a little bit. Like, every video was consciously scripted. And if you go through those 18 hours, which is hilarious, if you look at the YouTube analytics, 0% have made it through the full course. And 5% have made it through the first hour.
That's it.
Unbelievable.
And it hit the algorithm so heavily too.
Yeah, hit the algorithm like crazy, but we're also pumping it on short form.
Yeah.
So, but that's like they say, 5% of people are successful, or the 1%, because the 1% watch the whole course.
Right.
Theoretically, obviously not saying my course is that fucking impactful, but like, that's what life is.
Yeah.
The 5% were willing to go past the first hour. And what is that, an hour on an 18 course?
Yeah,
like
nothing.
And that's your competition. So it's like, do you think you can beat that guy? Probably.
Yeah, you just have to do the work.
That hard, bro. Everyone's so lazy. It's unbelievable, bro.
Every device is kind of just making it easier and easier to get distracted.
100%.
But that's so interesting. You will be rewarded if you do the work. And if you put the effort and intention into making a good product, and then you do the work. Just do it. Bro. It's math. And I think everyone overthinks it. And this is where you get back to the beliefs and the mentalities and these false, like,
because those are what's going to help you when the fears and the doubts come in. Because if you don't have that, you listen to the fear and doubt and you fall.
Like, if you can literally just turn off your brain, like, it's already happened. I just have to do the work. This outcome will happen. I just need to make a good course. I will make content, and I will make better content, and then I'll be $1 million. And then turn off every other thought. Just turn it off.
That's why I feel like stupid people have a benefit.
Yeah,
because I would say me and you are very analytical, thought-driven people that we are our worst enemy. So that's why, like, first part of the course, like, turn this shit off. Like, learn how to just do and be in alignment and not think so much. Like, you have to tweak yourself to be ready for the journey, I think.
Yeah, I think I always search for the best business model. I was always like, what is the best business? I had such bad shiny object syndrome. I've started like 20 different businesses.
I went everywhere.
Where I should just think, like, what business would I enjoy the most, that I would be the most proud of myself doing, that I find really the most fun on the day-to-day activity. Yeah.
Everything you create, you should literally be proud of, or it should never be released. And if you follow that method, you will go wherever you want to go in life.
100%.
What makes me proud of myself and proud of the actions and what I've done, what I've created? Am I proud? That's your meter to see if you should put that YouTube video out or whatever you're creating.
At the end of the day, the only competitive advantage is how much fun do you have doing what you're doing, and can you do it forever? Because the longer you do it, the more people are falling off, the higher you'll grow.
5% is just going down
exactly.
And it's gone, bro.
So basically pick whatever you think you can do for the longest and you'll win. And then just enjoy doing it and don't freak out because the outcome's already guaranteed. What do you think is next for you?
The biggest thing for me is personal brand. I want to grow that as much as I possibly can because whatever way I want to kind of direct myself in the future, the personal brand is the support system for all of that so I can get into whatever I want in the future. Also, I just really like making content. I like sitting down and doing this podcast. Like it's genuinely fun to me. It's something I wanted to do when I was young, but I just failed at it. So now seeing that it works, I'm like, woo, like let's just keep running with this.
100%.
So I genuinely love the personal brand stuff. I did start an energy drink company called Void. And that was maybe my I want something real because I've been drop shipping my whole life or something. So the ego probably came in there. I was a little too early with it. I think it was 2022. Or maybe the cusp of 2021 when I started
Was it when Bang was really popular?
Yeah. So I started an energy drink company, and it is on pause. I am paying for the trademarks to be extended and stuff, and I do want to get into this business, but I think I have to earn it. It's a very big, very hard business model to get into. I don't have the personal brand following. I don't have the network connections to raise X amount of millions you need to even get profitable to sell an energy drink. Like, the math and the numbers behind that business model is scary. And I sat down with my cousin. He owns like 5 companies. He's a very smart guy. He's like, look, I don't think you know what you're getting into here, bud. I was like, oh, okay, let's maybe think of something else and then we'll come back to that. So that is something I do want to do. It's called Void Energy. You can go check out our little TikToks and stuff we did. We had a pretty good following on there. But yeah, I would like to get back into that. Software obviously is something that's a pretty hard business model to avoid. It's just such an amazing opportunity if executed well. So I'm sure we'll get into that realm. But yeah, I really want to do the personal brand, keep making content and impact and teach people. It's what I like the most.
What attracted you about software? Like, why was that the natural next step? Because when we met, I'll just give context. We met like a few months ago on a trip to Utah.
Yeah, like a month.
With a lot of content creators and instantly hit it off. And we had like the exact same idea already pretty much.
Yeah.
A little different, but I think
little tweaks.
But we figured we could probably be better off together. So we're teaming up on it. Why was software something that you gravitated towards?
It's an amazing long game business model. The evaluation your company can hit is just absolutely insane. The exit's insane. So it's like there's multiple different businesses. There's these cash flow businesses that are just great to get kind of your foot in the door and get started with things. And then there's these long-term investment things, kind of like real estate, park your money in certain areas. And software is that long game approach that I just think, why would you not? Especially when you have all these eyeballs and all these people to direct with your personal brand. It's a perfect way to monetize it. That's going to give you generational wealth. Like it's just one of those business models I think it's really hard to avoid.
I see a ton of people who don't think that software is doable for them or that it's like not good for beginners. So I would love to hear your opinion. When you were, because you were doing this on your own, did it seem more difficult than drop shipping?
Yeah.
Why?
Software stuff?
Yeah.
Dude, even just building my WordPress website.
Yeah.
Bro, pitfall left and right, hiring the wrong people, spending so much time, nothing gets done. We worked with a bunch of people from India, a bunch of people from Pakistan. Like something that should have taken a week was literally 6 months.
But essentially,
with monthly pay.
Because you had the wrong people?
I didn't know what to do.
Didn't know what to do.
Literally zero direction. Lights are off. I'm just feeling around trying to touch something.
Yeah.
A mess. So software on top of that, I'm just making a simple course video series, bro.
If you were to just do whatever you wanted, what would it be in the long run? But as of right now, do you think that selling a dropshipping course, when you're not dropshipping and making content, pushing people to a dropshipping course, is the content you would want to make if you could make any type of content and still either A, maintain the same amount of money or money didn't matter?
Okay, I get what you're saying. I think I do enjoy making those type of videos still because it's the 0 to 1. It's what these people need. Like you're not going to be able to come in and do what I'm doing of 2 to 3 or 1 to 2 because you're not there yet. And it's like you're making content for your younger self. I feel like that's kind of what everyone's low key doing. And that is genuinely what I enjoy telling people to do because I think it is the easiest thing you can get into with the lowest barrier of entry while you're still not, I don't like selling your time. I don't like service-based stuff at the start because you don't want to be there. It's golden handcuffs. And like I started a social media marketing agency. Like I was trying to sell services. I absolutely hated it, dude. And so it's like, this is the best thing you can get into with literally a phone, drop shipping products that you don't even see. If you do TikTok shop, you don't even need a Shopify site. Literally just, you go through AutoDS, you plug in an Amazon product into your TikTok shop account, and you make one phone video. People, like there's the Guarana oil pulling thing on TikTok shop. 1 million units sold at $11 through TikTok phone videos. What? What are you talking about? Like the barrier of entry is non-existent, but the ceiling is also non-existent. 11 million on an oil pulling. What even is oil pulling? You know what I mean? Like you would think, oh, we got to educate the customer. This is kind of a hard product to sell. Maybe the price point's too high. It worked insanely good. There's no ceiling. You can get into it. You have your location freedom, your time freedom. It's scalable. It teaches you natural assets that you're going to need as a businessman long-term of how to assemble a team, how to run profit margins on advertising campaigns, how to get UGC content creators, how to do taxes, legal structures. Like it's going to teach you everything.
It's like the best amazing. First business. Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's a beginner business.
So basically. I am happy to make that content still to resonate with those people who need it. But really the thing is for me, I enjoy anything that's new. I can't work on one thing for the rest of my life. Even if it was my favorite thing forever, I would get sick of it. I need that constant sense of new. So yeah, I think that answer is going to change over time.
No, it makes sense. I think everyone just wants to make $10,000 a month. Like
yeah,
barely no one makes.
That's why that hook's good online. Because it's like, that's me.
Yeah.
Everyone.
And colleges, ironically, don't help you make $10,000 a month. Business school.
They'll help you lose $10,000 a month. Bro, like what?
That you don't even have yet.
Yeah.
So, and it's ironic.
Interest.
Business, you might make 50K, 60K a year with a business degree, and you might hit 100K a month if you're like a top performer in a company. So I think it's a worthy cause because you can make 10K a month in your first year or two if you're like actually working on the skills and betting on yourself. Only downside is no one's telling you what to do, and you have to you're in charge of yourself.
That's hard. The hard part. Learning how to manage yourself is crazy hard. I mean, I'm sure you're still probably learning it. I'm still learning it. Like it's not easy.
Yeah, and then I made my first 13K in a month. I thought I was rich. Dude.
Oh yeah,
so it's great. So I get it. I totally understand why why you make that content because there's fulfillment,
for sure,
and that's what makes you feel good about it. But is there anything that you would that you could like think of like a weird niche interest that you would like want to graduate into? Like I know you seem to like vlogging. Like is vlogging?
Yeah, I do like making genuine content. I just like talking, bro. Like I feel like it just kind of comes and it just comes out, and it sometimes it sounds good.
Which is what we were talking about with the software stuff. Like we have the natural inclinations to be content creators.
Right.
We have had the natural interest of creating content our whole lives, and we like to talk. And so I see a lot of people, because I see a lot of people who like feel like they are trying to force themselves into the content creator box. Like they hear the first thing you said, everyone should be a content creator in 2024. Well, that is if you want to make content.
Yes.
Like if you don't feel like you're good at it and it's not your thing and you are really good at developing software, develop software.
Or you can work with someone who is a content creator. But what you're doing should be focused around content. That's a better way to 100%. Say it. Anything you're working on right now should be focusing on organic content and getting views. And you should be doing that because it's like if you put $10,000 into a marketing budget, you're only going to get an X result. You know what that result is, and it's never going to be better. But if you put $10,000 to creating a content team like we talked about with Dimension 1, Dimension 2, tons of different accounts, what's the ceiling of your return on that $10,000 that you paid for that team? It could literally be millions.
100%.
So why aren't you doing organic? Why aren't you learning storytelling? Why aren't you doing, like you can do paid ads. Like paid ads are going to be around forever. But it's like, why are you not unlocking this free tool that you can make with a phone, bro? And it's like sometimes these glitzy, glammy videos don't do that good on social media because they want the phone. This is ingenuine. They're trying to sell me something, and negative intentions, whatever. People know. Consumers are very smart. So, I mean, they're smart and they're not at the same time because they're so unconscious. They've been doom scrolling for 6 hours. They forgot their name. They don't even know what's going on anymore. So that's why it's kind of easy to insert yourself if you know how to manipulate emotions in a good way. It's not like you're taking advantage of people or something, but
Influence by Robert Cialdini.
Yeah, very good book.
Interesting, dude. Okay, I don't want to keep. There's always something that people on the internet are complaining about, and the most recent one has been podcasts. Like there's a podcast clip that went viral that everyone's complaining that people that have podcasts are now businesses, and so now they need to keep up with a certain amount of guests per week. And because of that, there's only a certain amount of good guests that are actually experts in a field. So they'll have more people that are just more polarizing, but they might be a little off in their data. Or you have 3 experts
waffling up there.
The 3, yeah. And so then you get so many guests because it's turned into a business that you need to maintain. Right. And then you have multiple guests on like health, but they all believe different things. And so if you follow the advice of all 4 guests on this podcast that you like, then it's like, wait, everyone's contradicting themselves. Yeah. And so I think I have made the decision to just keep this like what this person's expertise is on, and however long it takes to get it out, we get it out, they fully understand the business, and they go. Yeah. And so I think we kind of nailed what you're all about. Short form content.
Podcasts are great, bro. I think you nailed the structure. I appreciate watching your podcast, I'm like, I'm so glad he asked that question. That's what I always think. Like as the viewer, I see you ask something. I'm like, thank God he said that because I love you for saying that. You know how to make sure the viewer understands, and I guarantee everyone watching right now would agree with that statement.
I appreciate it so much. Well,
you, brother.
Jordan Bound.
Thank you, brother.
My guy, I appreciate
Amazing
you.
Time.
He has 16 different accounts, so follow him on every single.
Jordan Bound.
Let's go and list them off right now. I'll actually link them all in the bio just so you guys can go see the different versions that he has of himself.
Right.
And then go through his funnel and just see how every single step works, because this is probably a funnel that anyone can do. Like if you have any sort of expertise in any field and you've earned that expertise, you have earned the right to do something like this.
Talk about it, yeah.
Just find a tool that's naturally used in your workflow, or you could even charge for your course if that's something you feel comfortable with. But this is a very, very positive business model for the world, and this is someone who's mastered it at the highest level with the most modern tools. So you'll learn a lot if you go follow him. He has a big YouTube channel. Definitely go check that out. But Jordan, you're the man.
Thank you, brother.
See you next time, guys.